Dean Boyce, by authorization of the University and the College of Law faculty, I declare the year 2021 commencement exercises of the Syracuse University College of Law to be in session.
I am Keith Bybee, Vice Dean of the Syracuse University College of Law, and it is my honor to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the classes of 2020 and 21, the 122nd commencement in the history of this great law school. As we begin, I would like to acknowledge, with respect, the Onondaga Nation, the firekeepers of the Haudenosaunee, the indigenous people on whose ancestral lands Syracuse University now stands. This acknowledgement, which opens all public events at Syracuse University, should be more than a recitation of words. Like the laws and regulations our students have mastered during their time here, this acknowledgement of history and precedent must bring with it fresh interpretation and perspective in contemporary practice. With that in mind, let us consider those who first occupied these lands as we now rise in another tradition for the singing of the national anthem by Alicia Loomis, class of 2019.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is now my pleasure to introduce the 12th Dean of Syracuse University College of Law, Craig M. Boyce.
For more than 125 years, Syracuse University College of Law has forged a tradition of innovative, forward-thinking, high-quality legal education. We've graduated thousands of students who've left our law school to forge extraordinary careers and lead extraordinary lives as attorneys in law firms and corporations, members of the judiciary, military service members, scholars and writers, captains of industry, and as public servants, including now a President of the United States. Among our extraordinary alumni is our 2021 College of Law commencement speaker, Joanna Garrity, class of 1997, who is President and COO of JetBlue Airways. A year ago, as a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic surged, the class of 2020 crossed the threshold from law students to law school graduates. You became part of the College of Law's tradition of excellence, and this year, the class of 2021 joins you. Although we celebrated the class of 2020's graduation in May 2020, we could not do so in person. We'd hoped and planned to do that this year, but the pandemic endures, and we will wait no longer to recognize each and every one of you publicly, if virtually, as we have done with so many other milestones in our lives since March 2020. Today, we celebrate the classes of 2020 and 2021 together. To be sure, you've worked hard and accomplished a great deal. We are very proud of you. But we would be remiss if we didn't also recognize your support network and your biggest fans, your family, friends, loved ones, and all those who helped you through law school and up until now. Those who helped you move to Syracuse for your first year of law school and made sure you had proper winter clothing. Those who cooked for you, wrote checks for you, listened to you practice moot court arguments or to your explanation of the rule against perpetuities. And yes, those who were often the silent, mostly invisible auditors in the background of your many Zoom class sessions and meetings. They played a major role in your success, not to mention in your perseverance through some extraordinary challenges. So as you watch this commencement program with your loved ones, take a moment right now to give them a hug and a big thank you for their love and for their support. Others deserve credit too for helping you to reach the milestone that is law school graduation. From admissions and financial aid to student affairs, academic support, and career services to our outstanding law library, you owe much to our hardworking staff who've provided you tremendous and constant support. The same is true for our dedicated faculty who have nurtured you well in the classrooms and beyond through many practical experiences in our clinics, in virtual courtrooms, and in externships, and as faculty advisors to our journals and student organizations, so that the extraordinary careers you embark upon can rapidly blossom. Syracuse University's long-standing commitment to veterans and military families has earned us a Military Times #1 ranking as best for vets among private institutions. Among our class of 2020 and class of 2021 graduates are many who have performed and continue to perform a great service for our nation by serving in the military or supporting those who have served. Thank you for your service. Graduates, let me acknowledge the obvious. When your classes gathered for convocation in the Melanie Gray ceremonial courtroom a few years ago, we anticipated challenges ahead. Of course, we were thinking more along the lines of mastering tort law and final exams, finding fulfilling externships, and excelling in advocacy competitions. We did not anticipate that a global health pandemic would upend our semesters, keep us physically separated, and demand so much of all of us. Looking at the bright side, it will be difficult for younger alumni to top your stories when you gather for the Law Alumni Weekends of the future. Struggling uphill in 3 feet of snow to get to the one-room law school just doesn't impress like a year of isolation, learning new technologies, and the utter social boredom. But in all seriousness, what you have achieved despite the pandemic is nothing short of remarkable. You not only survived, you thrived. We talk a lot about the soft skills that we learn while at law school to augment the black-letter law and practical experiences. What you have learned and practiced these past 14 or so months, resiliency, adaptivity, problem-solving, will serve you well for the future. The future is here, and it is ready for leaders like you. We weathered other storms together, too, not least the appalling violence visited on people of color that led us to reflection and reckoning and a renewed determination to make Syracuse law a place of inclusivity for all those who wish to study the rule of law, no matter their background. In addressing these challenges, I hope you've learned from us, just as you have made us stronger and better. Although we have been physically isolated to a large extent, we have not been alone. Across the United States, from Florida to California, and from across the globe, from Brazil to Saudi Arabia, our shared experience, even over the impersonal medium of Zoom, has made our bonds deeper. Before the pandemic, our college was preparing you for what we knew was a rapidly changing legal profession through innovations in our curriculum, degree offerings, research, and externship opportunities. Little did we know that the legal profession would never be the same. If these last 14 months have given us anything, they've given us the opportunity to lead the way. What the pandemic took away, the opportunity to be together on this day, for example, you will make up for in a myriad of ways. You are ready to make life-changing shifts and to meet extraordinary challenges head-on. Yes, you will take the lead and inspire greatness. You will widen our focus, and I'm excited for the future. At this time, I invite Vice Dean and Professor of Law Keith Bybee to introduce our Class of 2021 student leaders.
Mr. Troy Parker grew up in Auburn, New York, and graduated from Binghamton University before coming to Syracuse University to pursue his JD from the College of Law and a master's degree in public administration from Maxwell. While a student, he has been an LLM mentor, has been active in the Student Bar Association, and is the current 3L president. Troy?
Thank you. Good afternoon, class of 2021 graduates, and welcome to our family, friends, distinguished faculty and staff, alumni, and the College Law Board of Advisors who are joining us today. Joining us, of course, virtually. It's hard to think that last March we had our last Barristers Ball together, to then have our lives changed forever that very next week. While this is not the way we envision celebrating our 3-year journey together through law school, it is the reality of the times we live in. I trust that Syracuse University was looking to avoid conducting a BPL analysis after having an in-person law graduation, but I may need a refresher on the subject for the lacrosse games. I hope you're all healthy and persevering as we begin to emerge from this pandemic. Before I begin, I want to ensure that we acknowledge those who helped us make it here today. Thank you to all our supporters for helping us reach this milestone in our life. Whether it was your continued motivation to keep us going or a simple phone call to hear us complain about how much work we had to do, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. And now, may it please the class. I'm going to do my best to time my dramatic pauses long enough for your laughter and/or your groans. But I can make no promises as to timing, as it's difficult to hear some of you who are halfway around the world. In 2018, we started on this path together. We entered Deneen Hall for the first time and began to make friends with complete strangers, some of who would turn out to be the very best of friends. Through our first cold calls, our first LCR papers, and our first round of exams, we found out quite quickly how law school operates. Particularly, our class found great success in our various clubs, organizations, and journals. We always showed up ready to give something new our all, and we often did it together. Other College of Law classes were always confused, asking us, why do you support each other so much in your studies? What about the dreadful curve? But that didn't faze us, because we knew that we all had a common goal. And if we leaned on each other, we could accomplish greatness. We will always have the good memories of stumbling through our first oral argument, or setting off the fire alarm in the building, or the more recent memories of our microphones not working on a virtual cold call. Although we went from laughing by the lockers after class to the awkwardness of a Zoom room, it has been an experience we will never forget, and I'm honored to have done it with you. We did, however, pick an interesting time to go to law school. In our short time, 2 Supreme Court justices were confirmed, 2 presidential impeachment hearings were conducted, the Me Too and Black Lives Matter movement took hold, there was a presidential election, and not to mention the COVID-19 pandemic. We certainly had our fair share of topics to discuss after class, and discuss we did. We had passionate debates about the current events of the day and discussed their meanings and effect in the legal system we were now entrenched in. We understood that the skills we were mastering in the College of Law would elevate us to a position of power within society, whether we seek it now or not. We had the skills to effectuate change in our communities across the country. If it's helping a plaintiff recover damages from an accident, defending a person's liberty from a criminal charge, or changing the laws within our communities, we are the future. Our generation has a heavy burden on our shoulders as we face many new and old challenges alike. We must be the pioneers in developing and crafting new law. The emerging fields of space law, artificial intelligence, and data collection crave our attention. We still need to address all the other topics our professors explained to us that were just plain outdated. I'm confident our class will tackle these challenges eagerly, one day at a time. Even further, some of us will likely address major societal issues in our daily work. Ocean levels and inequality continue to rise. Polarization and culture issues are splitting us apart, and confidence in our institutions is wavering. These challenges are not going away, but these challenges have not yet met the Syracuse College of Law class of 2021. In the words of Edmund Burke, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Luckily for us, 55% of the class of 2021 is female, and the other 45% of us are ready to advocate with them for a better future. I mean, who knows how far we can go? We elected a president who's an okay guy and who's doing his very best. Someone who doesn't have a lot of power, but is working with what he's got. I'm of course referring to SBA President Ken Knight. Thank you for all your work for the past 3 years, Ken. We appreciate it. Actually, though, I'm sure you're all aware the country did elect President of the United States, Syracuse Law alumni, Joseph Biden. It just goes to show our education here is truly invaluable, and our professors' guidance over these years has been life-changing for us. If we can only learn to dream with our eyes wide open and take action, anything can be accomplished. Think back to what we did here at our time at Syracuse. We had some of the brightest minds in our classrooms, pushing our comfortability and our own personal thinking. In our extracurriculars, some of us published academic notes, issued journal editions, and fiercely advocated in the Advocacy Honor Society. Further, many colleagues are already out performing legal work with great firms across this country. When not doing any of that, our class always had a proclivity to engage in what former Congressman John Lewis would call good trouble, as we'd always be out promoting causes and advocating for something within the law school. We've accomplished more than we think, even if that persistent feeling of having too much to do never actually goes away. For all of us, though, we need to remember to not be complacent. As officers of the court, the duty of the lawyer is to advance the law and to promote justice. There will come a defining time in all of our careers where we're going to have to make a choice that will be difficult and test the moral fabric of our being. I implore you to think back to your time at the College of Law when making that decision. The right answer will come to you. So, whether your next steps are entering a law firm, working for the government, joining the military, or continuing your education, take these skills you learned here and be trailblazers. Let's do what we set out to do 3 years ago. Congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Troy. Our next speaker is Ms. Fildus Hamid. She obtained her Bachelor of Laws degree from Mount Crest University College in Accra, Ghana, in 2018. She also holds a diploma in public administration and a second bachelor's of public administration from the University of Ghana. She's currently living in Germany with her husband. While a student at the College of Law, she was elected the LLM representative to the Student Bar Association and pursued coursework to prepare her to sit for the bar exam in New York.
Dean Craig Boyce, our distinguished guest Joanna Garati, professors, members of the faculty and administration of Syracuse University College of Law, beloved family and friends watching today, dear classmates, colleagues, fellow graduates of the classes of 2021 and 2020, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fildus Hamid, and I am from a small village called Woryanga in the Upper East region of Ghana. I'd like to share with you a quote from Marianne Williamson that has guided me throughout my journey. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. As a little girl, I would memorize this quote. Of course, I didn't know who the author was then. I first heard the quote used in the movie Aquila and the Bee, which I watched on my late father's little black and white TV, probably years after it was aired in the United States. I would recite it anytime I faced a difficult situation. As an innocent child, a difficult situation could mean being deprived of something as simple as ice cream. The little Kiki Palmer who starred as a killer in the movie always inspired me. I always dreamed about attending school in the United States just to partake in the spelling bee. Fast forward to 2019, and the opportunity finally came to attend school in the United States. Although it was not for a spelling bee, it was still a dream come true. A joy short-lived because the world was afflicted with a pandemic. Boy, was I disappointed. My colleagues and I come from Syria, Ghana, Brazil, Mexico, the Dominican Republic, Kenya, Albania, and Saudi Arabia. Just like millions of students in the world, we were faced with this novel situation. We joined classes and meetings from different time zones, and sometimes dealt with the poor connectivity issues, waiting for the arrival of textbooks across oceans, making friends we haven't actually met yet, and the ever-present, you are on mute. And here we are. We have made it to graduation day. Professor Reisman would always say during our legal writing class, and I quote, Dean Horsfall did a great job of recruiting such brilliant students. Though I believe he used that line for every cohort, I can attest to the fact that this was indeed the case for us. I have learned a lot from my colleagues, and as they eagerly shared their rich experiences and knowledge in class. I particularly admire students who spoke English as their second and even third language, because they tackled the courses with such tenacity. This encouraged me as I logged on to Zoom for my International Business Transaction class at 12 a.m. I am privileged to have Albert virtually, met professionals from all over the world, and to have served as the LLM representative with amazing student leaders on the Student Bar Association. I sincerely hope this is not the end of the family we have built here. I would also like to honor the memory of our colleague Zayden, who we continue to miss. My dear LLM colleagues, I believe education is the only catalyst of change, and the onus lies on us to use what we have learned here in our various professions to effect change, make the world a better place for the generations to come, and remember to always err at the right side of justice. On behalf of the LLM graduating class, I say a big thank you to the whole College of Law family, faculty, staff, benevolent donors, student leaders, mentors, and colleagues for helping us experience an American education, albeit through a virtual space. To the Assistant Dean of International Programs, Mr. Andrew Horsfall, and International Programs Academic Coordinator, Ms. Kate Shannon. The College of Law could not have found better professionals suited for this program. Our journey will not have been successful without your guidance. And for this I say, Baraka, a word used to express one's deepest gratitude in my local Ghanaian dialect. I will be remiss if I do not mention the overwhelming support I have received from my family throughout this course, especially my mom and auntie, who have paved the way for a generation of girls in my family to excel in all aspects of our lives. They have taught me that the female gender should never be a barrier for education or anything at all in life. Congratulations to all the graduating students of the College of Law. You have survived the cold calls, long days and nights of reading and writing assignments, and everything law school threw at you. We will forever be that class that made it through the LLM program during a pandemic. You should be proud of yourselves. I would like to end by returning to a quote from Marianne Williamson, and as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Phildis. Before I introduce our commencement speaker, we will introduce the class of 2020. If you'll recall at your convocation way back in 2017, I gave you an overview of your incoming class. Your diversity is as impressive as your resilience and set of accomplishments only 1 year after graduation. As a reminder, there are 174 of you. You came to us from 112 colleges and universities across the country and around the world. 30 of you had already earned law degrees abroad and graduated with Master of Laws degrees. 21 of you graduated with one of 13 joint degrees offered by the College of Law. 48 of you graduated with honors, 4 as summa cum laude, 16 as magna cum laude, and 28 as cum laude. We will now present the members of the class of 2020 who fulfill the academic requirements, prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Master of Laws.
By authority of the Faculty of Law, I have the honor to present the members of the class of 2020 who fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Master of Laws.
Yasir Mohammed Hussein Abakar. Mohammed Abdul Jabbar Ibra Aletsi. Juliana Andrade Machado de Brito Pereira. Jose David Halil Arenas Perez. Bukre Norayan Agsak. Gianmarco Bovenzi. El Haji Amadou Dieng. Gurjas Singh Grewal. Mikel Grunberg. Nazia Handra. Erunwan Joyce Irogue. Daria Ivasiak. Shi Jin. Lucky Mahenzo Mbonani. Ejiofor Chukwuka Nokwedi. Manasseh Niaga. Stephen Ifiakachukwu Ogbolu. Federico Carvalho Paiva. Betania Rodriguez Allo. Beatriz Romano Andraus. Dorotia Rosgogni. Nor Salibi. Brian Borges Sampaio. Prachi Parman Singh. Elizabeth Leonard Temba. Thuk Maring Agok Thuk. An Tuan Tran. Rensi Ji. Shuai Yuan. Tulin Zain.
By action of the University Senate, the Board of Trustees concurring, you have been conferred the degree of Master of Laws and have been admitted to all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. The diploma which you have received is your evidence of this action. We will now present the members of the class of 2020 who fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor.
By authority of the Faculty of Law, I have the honor to present the candidates from the class of 2020 who fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor. Jason C. Edelstone, magna cum laude, Business Administration. Mothana Mohammed A. Alkanal. Philip A. Alvaro. Ahmed Alzamel. Caleb H. Angel, summa cum laude. Emily M. Ariati. Emily J. Aziz. Kevin N. Bampo. Matthew R. Bemis, magna cum laude. Saren Bear. Casey Bessemer. Christopher W. Billups. Ariel Blanco. Britton H. Bouchard. Jenny Lynn M. Brell. Catherine E. Brisson, summa cum laude. Alid C. Brown, Political Science. Christina E. Brule, cum laude. Ashley L. Brush, International Relations. William E. Buca. Allison T. Burrows. Madison Elizabeth Calkins. Christopher A. Campagno, cum laude. Patricia Gabriela Cardona Nuala. Colin M. Carr, summa cum laude. Nicholas W. Carter. Taylor L. Carter DeSanto, Public Administration. Aaron Chersnowski. William Clayton Gandino. Thomas R. Clifford, magna cum laude. Samuel M. Cohn, cum laude, New Media Management. Jorge D. Colazo. Joanna I. Coloma. Thomas J. Comfort. Alexander I. Cousins, Public Administration. Janine Marie Cryan. Laura Daniels, Business Administration. Stephanie E. Durand. Chitra Dave. Aubrey G. Dean, cum laude. Jefferson D. Dedrick. Alexandra D. Simone, summa cum laude, Public Administration. Carl Z. Dubel, magna cum laude. Ivana Jurek. Rodney Durilis. John J. Dowling. Sarah J. Everhart. Jeffrey C. Fassold, magna cum laude. Sean C. Ferrito. Lucas R. Freilich. Alicia M. Fry. Justin S. Furry, cum laude. Esther S. Gabriel. Joseph A. Gitano. Troy H. Gale. Christopher Geslin. Curtis Gilbert. Cassandra Gonzalez Canal. Julia L. Gorski, magna cum laude. Laura E. Grasso. Emily A. Green, magna cum laude. Jacqueline D. Greenberg. Anna V. Gromova. Reed W. Gulsvig. Brian Gunderson, cum laude. Connor L. Hakan. Nolan Hale. Leslie M. Harlem, cum laude. Gaiety Hashimi. Samuel Hauser, cum laude, Business Administration. Davida M. Hawks, cum laude. Robert Hershey. Blaze Hill. Ryan J. Holguin. Caitlin M. Jacob. Batara M. Jeppy, magna cum laude, Cultural Foundations of Education. Dejaya L. Johnson, Public Administration. Karina M. Johnson. Anna Jumbo. Esther G. Kelly. Aaron Kelly, cum laude. Saeed T. Kunazi. Jane Jae-Hwin Kim, Taeyoung Kim, Adam S. King, Shannon A. Knapp, magna cum laude, Nolan Kokoris, magna cum laude, Andrew W. Kramer, Brian Krastev, Mariana L. Lamorticella, Joshua E. LaRock, social work, Michael J. Lawson, Philip M. Lee, Brianna E. Leonard, Adam F. Leidig, Nicholas S. Line, Maddie N. Lowenguth, John A. Longo, Aaron J. Maher, Natalie S. Mayer, Joseph D. Malik, Matthew T. Marcelino, Public Administration, Maxwell T. Marcel, Adam Porter Martin, Alexandra N. McConaughey, Molly M. McDermott, cum laude, Kaylee K. McGraw, Amelia McLean Robertson, Allison Elizabeth McVeigh, Richard H. Miller, cum laude, Alexis G. Mitchell Dugan, Vanessa Joyce Isaac Mong, Delaney R. Moore, Omar Mosqueda, Ian S. Obligan, Rachel D. Ozuski, Richard S. Pado, Allison M. Pantaleo, Ethan Parabashi, Lydia L. Parento, Angelo J. Partipolo, Austin Oscar Perez, Juana M. Perkins, Kendra L. Peterson, cum laude, Sarah D. Peelsticker, Cultural Foundations of Education, Jonathan P. Pilot, Public Administration, Corey N. Poplowski, Maggie R. Redden, Nicole K. Reed, cum laude, Lauren J. Reichsfeld, Christopher W. Richmond, Kevin A. Risch, Ashley M. Robinson, cum laude, Forensic Science, John W. Robinson III, Jade M. Rodriguez, Carly E. Rolfe, magna cum laude, Amy K. Ruta, magna cum laude, Ariana S. Sadapur, Tyler J. Sanks, Economics, Justin D. Santa Barbara, Lily Sarkeesian, Kaylee Ruth Helen Schreiner, magna cum laude, Madeline Sheffield, cum laude, Isaac J. Signorelli, Alicia M. Slate, cum laude, Zachariah Sonala, cum laude, Kristen E. Stefanides, Lisa E. Steiner, Robert J. Strum, cum laude, Matthew O. Teghavi, cum laude, Travis R. Tallarico, cum laude, Margaret E. Talt, Louis S. Testone, Jr., Courtney Thompson, Aaron M. Timberlake, Mujtaba Tirmizi, Jill M. Tompkins, Alexander J. Trunfio, Elliot J. Vanier, Ir M. Voorhees, Nathan F. Wagner, cum laude, Amy N. Walenziak, magna cum laude, Michaeline Warren, Andrew Weeks, Matthew D. Weeks, Carissa M. Weidman, cum laude, Emily M. Welch, television, radio, and film, Jacqueline M. Whitman, Caleb D. Williamson, Julia H. Wingfield, magna cum laude, William M. Wolf, Kaylee M. Young, public relations, Edward F. Zaremba, Jiwan Zhao,
By action of the University Senate, the Board of Trustees concurring, you have been conferred the degree of Juris Doctor and have been admitted to all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. The diploma you have received is your evidence of this action. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker. Joanna Garrity, College of Law Class of 1997, is President and Chief Operating Officer of JetBlue, responsible for JetBlue's operations and commercial performance, including airports, customer support, flight operations, in-flight service, system operations, technical operations, safety and security, network and airline partnerships, advertising, brand and marketing, and revenue management and sales. Prior to being named President and COO, Joanna served as JetBlue's Executive Vice President, Customer Experience, responsible for airport operations, customer support, and in-flight service. She served as Executive Vice President, Chief People Officer from 2010 to 2014, after serving as Vice President and Associate General Counsel and Director of Litigation and Regulatory Affairs. Garrity has been with the New York-based airline since 2005. Joanna is a member of the board of the JetBlue Foundation and chairperson of the board of Concern Worldwide, an international not-for-profit. Before joining JetBlue, she was a partner at Holland & Knight. She received her BA from the College of the Holy Cross, her master's in international relations from Syracuse University's Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs, and her JD from Syracuse University College of Law. Joanna?
Parents and families, graduates of the Syracuse Law School classes of 2020 and 2021, Dean Boyce, and the distinguished faculty and administration of Syracuse Law School, Syracuse Law greetings and salutations. My name is Joanna Garrity, President and Chief Operating Officer of JetBlue, and most importantly today, a graduate of Syracuse Law School class of 1997. Today, it is my honor to address the law school classes of 2020 and 21 on this day of commencement, as you literally commence joining the ranks of so many fine lawyers and advocates in the world who carry proudly the credential of having graduated from Syracuse Law School. Some will note, probably parents and families mostly, that I opened my address by greeting parents and families by name. I did that intentionally and with positive motive, as they are, in a very real, if not biological sense, the first cause of our new lawyers and colleagues, without whom the days of those lawyers past, present, and future simply would not be. It seemed right and fair to me to give those who know the new lawyers longest, from diapers to diplomas, a proper shout out. Thank you. But now it's on to you, the classes of 2020 and 2021. For 3 years and under unprecedented circumstances, your grit and resilience and faith, yes, faith, in something greater than yourselves, has inspired all who know you, including me. Now, each of us can have faith in many things, but the faith we lawyers have in common is a faith in the rule of law, in both its benefits and burdens, its rights and protections, as well as its obligations. But I'm not going to talk about the rule of law, except to say it can never have enough friends across the globe, where it can appear to be under siege at different times and in different circumstances. Syracuse taught you that. Be a friend to the rule of law, wherever and whenever you come across it, and you will. What advice can I give to so talented a group of graduates on the cusp of their inspiring futures? What can I give you that you have not already heard, lived, exhibited, and exemplified, particularly over this last year? My perspective is a bit different. I was a law student, fascinated by all things international, received joint degrees in law, and also a master's in international relations from the Maxwell School at Syracuse. I went to work for a boutique law firm, moved on to and became a partner in big law, and gave that up to go in-house at an airline, JetBlue, where I was in charge of litigation and regulatory matters. I moved on to become the Chief People Officer, our name for Head of Human Resources. Thereafter, the Executive Vice President of Customer Experience, where I was responsible for all of our airports, our in-flight crew members, and customer support, and now the President and Chief Operating Officer, the title I hold today. And all of those experiences have brought me to where I want to share with you 4 simple topics that I hope will help you travel the path forward. Topic 1, always question the insight that arrives immediately. Law is a contemplative and consultative profession. Eureka moments in youth are generally reserved for romantic poets or brilliant theoretical mathematicians. Think Shelley and Newton. Revelations can occur, true, but question them closely and treat them as hypotheses that need to be considered and proven rather than inspired and absolute truths. Believe me, I can speak from experiences. On Tuesday, February 11th, 2020, I appeared on CNBC's Squawk Box as part of JetBlue's 20th anniversary. The first question I was asked was whether we're seeing an impact from the coronavirus. My answer was a classic. We do not see a material impact from the coronavirus. Now, the next day, February 12th, the stock market hit a record high. We were almost a month to the day when offices began closing and schools began going remote. But that was my answer. No impact in any meaningful way. Was I alone in that view? Not by a long shot. No, I was joined by leaders of banks, automobile manufacturers, tech, and at least one international pharmaceutical company. Within a month of my interview, companies from airlines to hotels to any company with international supply chains were in an existential fight for their survival. So in retrospect, I wish I'd contemplated a little bit longer and given a somewhat different answer. Live and learn. Topic 2. As a professional persuader, work less at proving you are objectively right and more on your position as the best alternative. Winning at any costs or dragooning your colleague's contrary position is totally overrated and not effective. I've done this. The joy is momentary and fleeting, and you do not walk away feeling like a better person. Instead, persuade better and more effectively by focusing on why your position is the best alternative. This applies with equal force to litigation or transactional work. Topic 3, always strive to be the most reasonable person in the room. Courts, clients, friends, colleagues, they prefer reasonable people. Some clients, however, prefer a lawyer who sacrifices reasonableness for obstinacy or obstruction. These are often clients who describe the lawyers they want as mean or junkyard dogs or the like. Do not court these clients or anyone who describes you as a dog. And your career will be longer, happier, and you will avoid feeling like you are feeding the alligator, hoping it eats you last. Be that lawyer a court is happy to see, and a lawyer whose bills a client is happy to pay, based on effectiveness. Topic 4, tell a compelling story always. This is the final point of my advice today. There will be many, many different narratives in which you will participate in your lives. Strive to tell as compelling a story as you can in each. These are the bedrock of persuasion and the persuasive arts. And while compelling stories are surprisingly less common than one might think, you have a huge advantage. You have the strands of your own lives, each and every one of you, and some of them on some level unique to you. While each of you today is a graduate of a great law school, how you arrived here to this day over the paths and roadways are unique to each as a fingerprint or DNA. Your story is your own authentic signature. You are the best person to tell it by far. But if you lose your way or inspiration runs dry, here's a hint. Remember who I pointed out to you at the commencement of this commencement address. Parents and family, and yes, each other. They have all helped in some way or played some role in writing the story thus far. These are small pieces of advice on a day for no small celebrations. You've achieved so much, and under circumstances never seen before in the history of legal education in this country. The pandemic will lift, and I would tell that to CNBC with certainty, because believe me, I've considered and consulted, and of that I am certain. You will take your rightful place among the alumni of this great school who daily improve our profession. You will elevate clients, colleagues, and advance the rule of law I promise not to make the centerpiece of this address, but which by now you must have figured out I would return to. May you bring to your professional lives all of your thoughtfulness, reasonableness, persuasiveness, and compelling narratives imprinted upon you by your personal experiences and the forces of this great law school. Good luck and Godspeed. And I, for one, cannot wait to hear the stories that you will tell and read the next chapters that you will write. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joanna, for your kind, generous, and inspiring words. They could not come at a better time. We will all remember this day with you. Class of 2021, at your convocation way back in 2018, I gave you an overview of your incoming class. I looked forward then to this day, so to bookend your law school days, let me give you a similar overview of your now graduating class. There are 169 of you, including our December graduates. You've come to us from 108 colleges and universities across the country and around the world. 15 of you have already earned law degrees abroad and will now graduate with Master of Laws degrees. 17 of you will graduate with one of 13 joint degrees offered by the College of Law. 34 of you are graduating with honors, 4 as summa cum laude, 10 as magna cum laude, and 20 as cum laude. Well done to you all. We will now present the candidates from the class of 2021 who have fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Master of Laws.
By authority of the Faculty of Law, I have the honor to present the candidates from the class of 2021 who have fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Master of Laws.
Uzoma Chukwumeka Agbegbu, Abdullah Mahar Al-Katani, Mohammed Al-Qarni, Turki Abdallah bin Muheza, Bronte Darshan Desai, Arin Auni Jaludi, Tui Dung Thi Nguyen, Carolina Mendez de Leon, Ersi Kiva, Fildus Hamid, Carla Lelis, Vien Barazi, Isaac Kelvin Onyango, Lorena Martinez, Kwabina Boteng Mensa.
By action of the University Senate, the Board of Trustees concurring, you are hereby conferred the degree of Master of Laws and are admitted to all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. The diploma which you will receive is your evidence of this action. We will now present the candidates from the class of 2021 who have fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor.
By authority of the Faculty of Law, I have the honor to present the candidates from the class of 2021 who have fulfilled the academic requirements prescribed by the College of Law for the degree of Juris Doctor. Nadia B. Abed. Nabil W. Akil. Mariah C. Almonte. Jenna I. Amick. Benjamin J. Anderson. Shannon L. Armstrong, cum laude. Matthew A. Barriner. Trisha P. Basu. Robert M. Bowerly. Shannon L. Bausinger. Alexander Bejeron Estevez. Melissa N. Baruti. Christine Marie Baileyview. Audrey Bimby, International Relations. Robert Bollert, cum laude. Connor M. Bowers. Monica Brar. Viviana C. Bro. Jordan E. Broadbent. Britt D. Brillard. Gregory R. Brown. Raymond W. Boutencont. Alexandra Calhoun, cum laude. Franklin Carcamo. Madeline C. Cardona. David G. Carroll, cum laude. Carly J. Kaiser. Joseph P. Salado. Jacqueline L. Chilbert, Public Administration. Anne C. Ciancia. Brianna T. Clayton. Matthew Cohan. Lisa J. Cole, magna cum laude, Business Administration. Aaron W. Cooper. Kajana J. Crawford, cum laude. Justin D. Crisafulli, Public Administration. Caitlin A. Crowbar. George Dowd. Trevor S. Doherty. Imani N. Diaz. Elena A. Dalela, cum laude. Gabriel M. Diaz. Christopher G. Doak. Dustin Dorsino, magna cum laude. Alexandra R. Douglas. Gianelle M. Doobie, cum laude. Alexander W. Eaton. Matthew Fibert, cum laude. Sophia V. Feliciano. Jordan L. Fabrash. Brianna M. Ferrante. Audrey E. Fick. Thomas J. Finnegan, magna cum laude. Maria A. Freitas. Hannah K. Gabbard, International Relations. Allison L. Galafaro. Rickson M. Galvez. Jake Gellerstein. Lefteris Giasimus. Syed A. Galani. Savraj S. Gill. Anna K. Goodell, summa cum laude, Public Administration. Sarah Hansen. Elizabeth K. Haraka. Catherine J. Herringer. Thomas D. Harrington. Brian W. Harris. Aaron M. Hefferman. Lily Joanna Heigl, Public Administration. Elizabeth A. Hoffner. Benjamin L. Holtzman. James R. Horning. Payne R. Horning, magna cum laude. Max Adam Hubscher, cum laude. Chandler A. Jacobs. Diane A. Jahangani. Tyler M. Jeffries. Catherine B. Johnson, magna cum laude, International Relations. Jasia Joseph. Anup Singh Kalan. Benjamin T. Kaufman, cum laude. Dominique Kelly. Shane R. Kelly. Rita Y. Cabaz. Jordan David Keel. Kenneth Knight. Nakia Knudsen, cum laude. Ju Hee Kong. Emily A. Kozowitz. Allison H. Kowalczyk. Alyssa J. Kozma. Charles G. Coonley. Donatello Maraf Lazarati. Katie Lee. Victoria A. Lizette. Cody A. Lind, cum laude. Lisa G. Liu, magna cum laude. Ashley Ludwig. Clee A. Malfitano, cum laude. Shay P. Malloy. Kimberly Manas. Michaela J. Mancini, summa cum laude. Grace D. Mandry, International Relations. Ricardo Messias. Erica L. Masler, summa cum laude. Brenna McKinsey Mason, Public Administration. Kylie Mason, cum laude. Peter K. Matar, cum laude. Morgan A. Mendenhall. John A. Mercurio. Orrin Jonathan Miller. Susan M. Mintz. Timothy P. Murphy. Renee Norrie. Taylor M. Nunez, magna cum laude, Public Administration. Christy N. O'Neill. Sharon E. Odasawi. Troy D. Parker, Public Administration. Dwij Patel. Danielle Perez. Evan M. Pfeiffer, cum laude, Forensic Science. Andrew K. Rami. William A. Rankin, Applied Data Science. Kelly V. Ristoff. Francis M. Rivera Reyes. Kelsey E. Roche. Kara M. Rocky. Alexandra Jean Louise Romano. Sergio M. Rumayor. Skylar M. Salem, cum laude. Sase K. Sanan. Jacob P. Saracino, summa cum laude. Alexa E. Savalas James. Henry W. Schall. Hart J. Schwartz. Annette Scott. Patrick A. Shagosian. Rishav Dev Shaw. Brian F. Shepard. Brooke S. Schroyer. Jane F. Skinner, magna cum laude. Zachary M. Slotkin. He S. Song. Jordan E. Spicer. Josh Steele, Business Administration. Michael D. Stoinoff, cum laude. Sohila Suri, cum laude. Travis Swanson. Joseph F. Tantillo, magna cum laude. Beth L. Thomas. Marissa L. Thomas, Public Relations. Ryan P. Thompson. James L. Tyden. Nikolai Tillman, magna cum laude. Crystal Torres. Nicole G. Venator. Shannon E. Wagner, cum laude. Meredith I. Wallen, television, radio, and film. Kayla F. Wheeler. Nicholas M. Williams. Monique B. Witter. Brian Young. Isabel Urofsky. Zoe R. Zogby.
By action of the University Senate, the Board of Trustees concurring, you are hereby conferred the degree of Juris Doctor and are admitted to all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. The diploma which you will receive is your evidence of this action. I'd like to thank Professor Kelly Curtis, Director of Academic and Bar Support, Zach Kelly, Assistant Dean for Student Resources and Internal Research, and Andrew Horsfall, Assistant Dean of International Programs, for reading the names of our graduates today. For the class of 2021, today marks the end of your formal law school education and, following your successful bar passage, the beginning of your career as a lawyer and as a proud Orange alumnus. For the class of 2020, today is a fresh reminder of your accomplishments, and you're already well on your way. So what's next? Well, that's limited only by your drive and imagination. Though you are no longer a Syracuse Law student, remember that to be successful, you must never stop learning, because the law never stops evolving. And you'll never stop being a part of Orange Nation. You are now part of an 11,000-strong Orange Law alumni community that stands ready to help, support, and guide you. Indeed, as graduates, you immediately become members of the Syracuse University Law Alumni Association, or SULA. As you know from meeting them throughout your time as a student at the college, many of our SULA members remain fully engaged in activities at the college well after graduation. We hope that you will follow their example and become a resource for future students and graduates, and I thank members of the class of 2020 who are already doing that. I'd also like to thank Alicia Loomis, class of 2019, for being a part of today's program by contributing her spectacular talents as we opened with our national anthem and close with our alma mater. Thank you, Alicia.
Where the vale of Onondaga meets the eastern sky, proudly stands our alma mater on her hilltop high. Flag we love, orange, float for aye, old Syracuse o'er thee. Loyal be thy sons and daughters to thy memory.
Classes of 2020 and 2021, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, know that you have been given the tools to address the greatest challenges of our times and to be leaders of change and progress. To be such leaders is the greatest calling one can answer. We thank you in advance. We'll watch your progress with great interest, and we look forward to seeing you often. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Congratulations, and welcome to our Orange family. Congratulations, members of the classes of 2020 and 2021. Can't wait to see the great things that you all are going to be doing. Wishing you all the best.
Congratulations, graduates. I wish you the very best of luck in all your future endeavors.
I celebrate you. I thank you for the privilege of having taught you over your law school careers, and I want to share with you the wise words of John Lennon. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. Wise words from John Lennon as you head out into the world. Congratulations.
Congratulations. This has been a really tough year. This will be something memorable for you in the future. Congratulations. Good luck.
I can't wait to see what you guys do with your law degrees. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Be kind, be well, and please do justice.
May you have many, many happy experiences in your practice of law, and may you be great successes, and I hope we've prepared you well for your practice of law. And don't forget us here at the law school, and we will remember you always as a great and strong class.
Dear graduates, I want to warmly and deeply congratulate you on this significant accomplishment. And in what we know is an unprecedented year, it is no less significant. In fact, it is more significant. So I hope you will take the time to acknowledge it, celebrate it, get some rest, and we wish you well in all your future endeavors and hold you in our hearts and thoughts.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Although I've missed seeing all of you in the building, I feel like I've been with you guys on this journey from day one till to now, and I cannot wait to see everything that you guys do next. Congratulations.
All of us at the Innovation Law Center, we wish you the very best in your future endeavors and hope you keep in touch.
Dear graduates, congratulations on this wonderful occasion. Best of luck on your next adventure.
Congratulations, graduates, and best wishes on your future.
Congratulations. Remember, when you get out, work hard, but remember what the real goal is: happiness. Do well in your job, but your job is not your life. Be well. Godspeed.